Hi guys. So we are live. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Live watch along. It's gonna be. It's gonna be lit. It's going to be lit. Yes. We are up again for the for the big one. Man United versus Arsenal. Arsenal versus Man United at the Emirates today. But in the meantime, we can just pass some time while it's doing the watch along for the Newcastle Aston Villa match. Feel like it's really an important match for both teams because Newcastle are looking to actually get themselves up the table to to the European places, the Champions League places, and then Aston Villa will actually look to consolidate their position in third and also just keep on putting pressure on Man City on in second place. So yeah, let's see how it goes as we wait for the big one later on. Just get set up here. I'm also just going to be monitoring Chelsea versus Crystal Palace on my other screen here because yes, it's going to be just an afternoon full of interesting matches today. But yeah, let's see how it goes. It's exciting times. Okay, the teams are in, and we are about to get away. I need to just make sure my clock is set up. Okay, we are almost to underway here at St. James Park. There we go. So yeah, kick off now. Man City, sorry, Newcastle versus Aston Villa. I do think, yeah, as a prediction, from a neutral, I do think Villa will win this though. They've just been so good and a bit more consistent this season. So I tip them to win this match. Yeah, that's my prediction. But also don't discount Newcastle's oh oh my goodness, what a save by oh my goodness, what a save. What a save from Martinez. What a save. Show. Oh my. That is a brilliant save. That is a brilliant save. That is like yo. That is a good save. That is that is out of this world, Martinez. No man, that is out of this world. Wow. What a start. Tonali, that was a good run by Tonali. Yeah, went through Onana, went through Paulo Torres, then went through Konza. Yo, oh my, that was a magical save. That was a magical save. Yo, That was a magical save. Yo, that's what Martinez can do for you. That's gotta be like a one go like XG there right there because he was literally in like he was in like yeah.
Chalobah, who was on of last season before recalled him, such was their need. Henderson. Lacroix.
Henderson with the armband as well. Named the new captain after Mark Gay
That's gonna be
for
money
Manchester
at the
City.
Chelsea versus
Wharton.
last match as well.
Play off Mateta here. And Nadia Shield right at his back.
Good ball from Wharton into the feet of Mateta.
Yeah.
He's like to be positive with his passing.
Chelsea have won their first
Yo.
Premier League game under a senior. Being part of the last Blues boss to win 2 in a row back in October.
Okay, so we
3
have a
years
corner
ago.
here for Aston Villa.
Been plenty of
Corner
movement
for
since then.
Aston Villa. See Palace is just passing the ball on the other side.
He's delighted the media
yeah.
with some of his comments so far, good and bad. He's certainly got an interesting backstory given his father standing in the game as well. Mateta going down here, but referee today, Darren England, not pointing for the free kick. Well, the numbers have been crunched and Chelsea have been given a slight edge to win this one. 40% is the likelihood at the moment. They're going to profit with 3 points. Only 4 away wins in 11 attempts so far this season. Travelling hasn't been their forte. They're back in possession now with Sanchez. James.
Wow, Villa coming here. Rogers.
Chalobah.
Oh,
Sanchez, who thought he was going to have a quiet midweek in the Champions League, watching from the bench, was called into action after the injury to Philip Jorgensen, which ruled him out of today's game. Stevau looking to get the better of Mitchell there, who's going to have a very lively afternoon. Starting to settle down a bit now, Matt Holland, and Chelsea unsurprisingly looking comfortable on the ball.
Right, you'd expect them to have the majority of it. They like to dominate possession, and Crystal Palace are quite happy to let the opposition have it. Generally, they've got low possession stats across the season, averaging just over 40% of the ball, so you'd expect Chelsea to have the majority of it.
Lacroix. Wharton. Normally so comfortable on the ball, gifted to Neto. Lacroix had to sweep it away to safety. Here's Mateta.
yo, Palace are coming here with
Johnson's in the middle. Mateta. Chelsea managed to get bodies among him. It was Caicedo who made the block.
Well, you'd expect Crystal Palace to have some joy down this right-hand side.
Rosinia.
The way they like to play, they like to invert their fullbacks. Mark Cucurella in particular likes to get forward into that number 10 position. So there will be space down the right for Sarr and Munoz. And that's where Crystal Palace are probably at their most dangerous. Got to try and exploit that space down Chelsea's left, if they can.
Lacroix. Summer signing from Toulouse in France, only 19 years old, but Palace seeing a big future ahead for him. Looks like he'll get significant minutes in the second half of the season now, unless they bring someone in
Chelsea
to
haven't
replace
started
Marquet.
well.
Made his Manchester City debut against Wolves yesterday, a comfortable
Chelsea
home win
haven't
for Pep
started
Guardiola's
well,
side.
yeah.
Strangely enough, Palace are unbeaten in each of the last 6 home games here in the Premier League without Marquet. So they have managed to cope in the past. They didn't do so well against Sunderland last week, beaten at the Stadium of Light, despite taking the lead in that game. Neto. Badiashile. Chalobah. James. Steval. Palace trying to force it forward with pace, aren't they? But it's just not quite sticking for them at the moment.
They are quite a direct team, aren't they? Like to get the ball into Mateta, play off him, get bodies around him. Interestingly.
Oh, one back. Done well by Salah.
Oh,
and
Newcastle.
Mateta with a chance. Thwarted by Robert Sanchez.
Oh my goodness. Sanchez with a save.
A lot of big chances
A bit,
this season.
my team is
Mateta
lagging
has gifted
on
another
this
one. Gifting the ball away.
Oh my goodness,
drives through
what
on
was
goal.
Badiashile
Robert
doing
Sanchez to
there,
beat.
bro? Like, what was he
Never
doing?
really fancied him on his right
Oh my
side. So
goodness.
pretty comfortable
Mateta,
save
you
really
have
for
to
Robert
score that.
Sanchez. Should have been
You
more
gotta
difficult.
score that. Man. You have to score
I think
that.
that sums up his season, doesn't it? Third for XG.
Really,
in the
you
league
have to
behind
score
Brentford's
that.
Igor Thiago and Erling Haaland, but he does have the biggest underperformance of anyone. He's missing lots of good opportunities, and that illustrated there. He is on 8 for the season.
You really have to score that.
Mateta with just 2
Just put
goals
it
in
off
his
the
last
keeper.
16 appearances, and hasn't netted now since New Year's Day here against Fulham.
Just talking about how important he is in the build-up. Trying to get the ball into him and his hold-up play. But he's got to take opportunities like that.
And throw by Chris Richards. Bundled over in there. Was Lerma. He's back up again now. VAR today, Matt Donoghue is checking that as a possible penalty. And referee Darren England just pausing the game. Well, was there enough in that, Matt Holland?
We'll get a closer look. And there's a slight nudge, but not enough in my view for a penalty.
It has been checked and cleared by the VAR. Cucurella taking this throw in front of the very vocal travelling Chelsea fans, just under 3,000 of them here at Selhurst Park. Lacroix into Wharton. Lovely turn.
Yeah.
Quite thread that through the eye of the needle there.
Chelsea
For
is
Mateta,
really
Chalobah
under pressure.
sliding in. James
Anyway, here they come.
motoring forward for Chelsea. João Pedro in a battle here with Lacroix. And Lacroix wins out. You can see Lacroix throwing his arms up in the air to the Homesdale end behind the goal, trying to rev the fans up here to get them on their side.
Uh-oh, Villa. Oh my goodness. Villa continue their thing of losing the ball in dangerous
And
places
they go along
there.
quickly. Again, it's cut out this time by Badiashile.
Tillemans lost the ball there
Correa gets lucky into
in a
João
very
Pedro.
dangerous position.
A firm challenge there on Daniel Munoz, who is only just back from injury, but he's feeling the pain there, the Colombian. Cucurella. This throw, the adventurous left back into Neto, who's always on the move. Chelsea have another corner. They'll be hoping for a better delivery this time from Reece James.
Yeah, as I said, decent from set pieces. They've actually got 9 goals from corners, which is the 3rd best in the Premier League.
They've actually scored more away from home than they have at Stamford Bridge this season. Conversation between the 2 full-backs. Not something you often see at corners, but Chelsea's right back is their set-piece taker.
That was a penalty to Newcastle. Anyway.
James into that near post area again. This time headed behind by Mateta. Chelsea clearly feel like there's something in there for them in that area. James just can't quite drift it beyond that post yet. Again,
Oh, Villa nearly. Oli Watkins. Yo,
For Reece
what a
James.
save by Oli Pope. Oh, not Oli Pope. Oh,
It's an interesting
Nick
setup,
Pope.
but by the time they
Sorry,
make
I
their
was
way into
gonna
the
make
box,
it
Crystal Palace are
a
set.
net.
By the time
Nick
Reece
Pope.
James is delivering the ball into the area.
What a save by Nick
we go
Pope.
again. So it's a deja vu. James in, this time in the air by Munoz and further out by Johnson. Caicedo. Fernandez. Shield makes something of it. Andre Santos back out to Cucurella. Shield. Trying to find space there. Estevao. It's just about keeping their shape and keeping their tightness as a group here, but here's Cucurella. Caicedo, who can hit them and has hit them before. Estevao. Caicedo. James.
Chelsea actually is stringing along some very nice passes there.
Estevao.
Yeah.
On his favoured side. James. High towards Cucurella, who looked to lose his footing in there. Neto. Small but strong. Cucurella. This is that one in. Still
oh, wow.
Over by Enzo Fernandez.
He's claiming a handball. It was a big opportunity for him. Both sides have been guilty of missing big chances. Mateta at one end and now Enzo Fernandez at the other. Sat up really nicely for him. Was there a hand? That's the big question. Can't give that. Arm down by his side, but it's a big chance for Enzo Fernandez on the volley. Just leaning back, can't keep it down.
It has been deemed that the arm was in a natural position. There's a very high bar on handballs in the Premier League. Fewer given here than any other league and competition around the world. Just out of play, despite the chase given by Sarr.
Yo,
No.
great honor and pride for him
to be a champion of Africa with Senegal, but Palace so thankful to have him back given the situation they're in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to him and Senegal. Down that right-hand side as well, where they've been so productive over the course of the season. And Munoz has been out for a period as well, but that combination is so strong. Interestingly, Brennan Johnson's had to switch, hasn't he, to that left today. Left inside 10, if you like.
Yeah, Villa's starting to actually look a bit more organized compared to how they started.
Upset the host Morocco. No rest, and straight back into the action. James, lovely pirouette away. Estevao. Full fitness and full health, having struggled with illness over the last week. There've been a few players in the Chelsea camp who've been in that category. Cucurella, lovely reverse ball there, looking for Neto, but Munoz there first. It's been an industrious opening quarter and hour for both sides. Oliver Glasner really has had to manage things this season. They've played the most games of any Premier League team, 35 already, only 3 short of a full league season. 13 games since November, average break of just 3.6 days between each and every match, and sometimes you pay the price, don't you, for qualifying for Europe?
It's not easy when the squad is stretched as well. They've lost some big players, haven't they? I think Eza started the season. These two sides met on the opening day, and Eza was in the start 11 for Crystal Palace that day, so there's been some key departures from Crystal Palace. They are a little stretched, and it's not easy when you've got games coming thick and fast.
They have qualified in the Conference League for the playoffs. They're playing Zrinski Mostar of Bosnia and Herzegovina next month.
Okay. Villa coming with Rogers here. Watkins. Rogers.
Nice find to Neto.
Oh my, so he set him down. Oh my. Oh.
Spinning and curling away from
Morgan Rogers, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Was his Caicedo, because you expect to hit the target. He cuts across it.
This guy is too good.
He's certainly decent from that distance, isn't he? He cuts across it, and it's always veering outside the post.
Rogers is too
a strange way
good.
to attack the ball, really, wasn't it? When it looked as though it was there to just be hit through firmly and straightly, but maybe he was trying to bend it away from the goalkeeper.
They've started pretty well, though, haven't they, Chelsea? They've been good in possession. I think Liam Messina will be pleased with the way his team have started. He had that early mistake, Benoit Badia's shield. And he's just getting a chat from referee down England now.
The home fans and players thought a card should probably have been shown there, not necessarily for the foul, but the movement of the ball thereafter.
Yeah, delaying the restart. Probably a bit fortunate, isn't he? Sloppy start, gave the ball away for that Mateta chance. You see that Chelsea have got the majority of the ball as we anticipated, 65% of it.
They have found gaps down the side so far. Munoz, it's deep, it's searching, it was looking for Johnson. To be cut out in the middle there by Andre Santos.
What a ball. What a ball from Daniel Munoz. Loves to get forward. Doesn't even need a touch, it's into his path. So dangerous, so difficult to defend against.
Palace nearly did it. Munoz,
Such
that
a
guy.
source of creativity down that right-hand side. And he's forced the first Palace corner. It's going to be taken here by Brennan Johnson, new signing from Spurs.
Oh my goodness, Buendia. What a goal, bro.
High enough the midfielder for a goal kick in the eyes of the officials.
Wow, Emi Buendia, that was a good goal,
Touch
bro.
off João Pedro.
Wow,
Enough at the far post.
wow, Buendia, wow.
Good run from Lerma, attacks it
Bro,
well.
that is crazy. But what is Newcastle's defense doing?
Has filled in at centre half, but back in the
I don't
heart of
understand it.
midfield today.
Like they gave him all the
Players in this
space,
squad that have shown
man.
their versatility.
Look at that. Right in between the lines, then he just
Pokes it away to Lerma.
hey,
Keep the move going.
what are they doing?
Enzo Fernandez trying to move it on one there to João Pedro. Palace maybe just gaining a little bit of confidence in this game, getting one or two touches of the ball more than they were in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Wharton. Munoz.
That is crazy. Yeah, they do have like this.
Munoz, lovely flick into Mateta,
I
who's
just feel like
managed to
this
hold off his
season
defender Badia Shield
is
there, but
really
here's
under-
Neto.
There
João
comes
Pedro,
Pedro
Estevao getting there
Neto.
in the middle.
Oh, what
Really
a
well won back there by Wharton, who glides away with the ball.
Such an important challenge. Munoz and Camvo both high up the pitch. There was space for Chelsea to attack. Adam Wharton read the situation well, made a brilliant challenge, and now he's been felled himself.
A bit of a naughty one there from Moises Caicedo. The ball had long since gone. He has been yellow carded.
Yeah, on the
is
stretch,
wrong
does
with-
catch Adam Wharton.
I said that ball was
Such a
already
combative
gone. Why
midfielder,
is he
Moises
doing all
Caicedo.
that desperate
Ball
tackle?
winner for Chelsea. Just a little late arriving on that one.
20 minutes and you're
He was
already
on
on a
top of
yellow.
the boot as well, and that is an automatic yellow card in Premier League football. Intentional or not.
Oh my goodness, what is Joe Linton doing?
Senior.
That is a yellow card,
He's
man.
firmly expected to get the Chelsea job and has largely delivered so far. All four of his games before today have been in the capital. He started with that FA Cup win at Charlton and then 3 home games in 3 competitions since then. They does have a tricky task on Wednesday as they go to Campania in Italy to take on Napoli in their final Champions League game.
The talk is that Cole Palmer will be fit for that one, not fit today.
Risky touch there by Andre Santos. Into his fellow Brazilian João Pedro, and now Cucurella. That was a bit too ambitious.
Yeah, I think that's something that Liam Rosenior works heavily on. Just a slightly withdrawn number 9 position. João Pedro coming to link the play.
Oh.
Mitchell did well to hold off a couple of challenges there. This is the game that Palace fans don't look forward to too often, in the sense of they haven't had too much success against Chelsea over the years, winless in the last 16 against the Blues of West London. But each of the last 3 meetings have been drawn, including the aforementioned goalless draw on the opening weekend of the season. It's the reverse of those fixtures this weekend. Another play off Lerma.
This is a concern for Newcastle.
Almost at the midpoint of this first half, and we've only had one shot on target so far. That was for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Despite Chelsea's overall dominance, they haven't troubled Dean Henderson in the Palace goal.
This Newcastle, they really allow that guy too much time to be able to set himself up for the shot. While they were just watching, nobody really put pressure on him. And I don't understand what they expected to come out of it. Because Bendia is one of the guys that always wants to shoot.
Does look as though Oliver Glasner is going to be sticking around for the rest of the season.
Him and Rogers, you do not give them that much time.
Going to break down for him. It probably would have done this week after his outburst following the defeat at Sunderland. But clearly things have been sorted out, and they have already spent significant money in this transfer window with Brennan Johnson coming in, but his frustration was that Gay was let go of just before that game last week after preparing for it all week. Sarr, Munoz. Sarr for Canvo. Still Canvo. Munoz. Sarr. Find a different route.
Newcastle, what are you doing?
Wharton. Arrowed ball in, looking for Mitchell. It was a nice idea, a good run as well. Just a little too high for one of these shortest men on the field.
Yeah. The initial target was Mateta. He made a run across that near post, and he saw Mitchell arriving at the far. And Steve Parish, who supposedly held positive talks with Oliver Glasner this week. I think, as you've said, it looks unlikely that Oliver Glasner would be here for this game, but he's now saying that he's going to be here to the end of the season. He wants to finish the season strongly.
Well, he's got the best average points per game record in the top division of any Crystal Palace head coach to have at least one full season. The numbers are there to show what he's done. Well watched out there by Lacroix on the Holmesdale end, appreciating his efforts.
He's a popular figure, playing up to the crowd, but he does brilliantly actually to stick with Neto and actually out-sprint him, and that's not an easy task. Don't really need to get the Crystal Palace crowd going either, because that Holmesdale end can make some noise.
And particularly that group in the middle, the centre of the stand. Capo is there with his megaphone, getting them all in order. I'm told that's his name anyway. A Capo in charge of the ultras. Someone takes charge.
You'll know more than I do. You're a local.
Relative local. Sorting out for the referee to do here. Lerma giving his opposite number, Enzo Fernandez, a little bit of close attention.
What is that guy doing? What is Thiago doing there, man? How does he leave the ball to pass him when there's Watkins at the back?
Sanchez to Badiashile. Sanchez looking for that quick one forward as he was forced into playing it there, but I think he was looking for a step out. Couldn't quite guide it into that wide area.
See the disdain on the look of João Pedro, just wanted that ball dropped into him.
But a rare giveaway from him. João Pedro with a look over the shoulder before he received it. He's done really well. Estevao First touch not the best, but on he goes. The angle was really tight against him. It was an uphill task for him to create anything from there. Well, Sarr trying to burst forward. Starting to open up this one. Palace gaining a bit more ground in the final third.
And at the other end, it was excellent play from João Pedro. As I said, a withdrawn 9, if you like, linking the play.
It's going to be a long throw on the way here from Chris Richards.
Here's the time.
It's going to be a long one, given where the Palace players are standing to receive this. Back off the head of James, and Sarr going in!
Oh my
Prodding
goodness.
narrowly wide. Well, for all of Chelsea's
Chelsea
dominance,
nearly conceded
Crystal
on the
Palace
other.
have come close to scoring twice now. Sarr the latest.
Yeah, back from international duty and nearly back on the score sheet. Does brilliantly to get across Cucurella at that near post. Just the wrong side. Sanchez does well as well, actually. Makes himself big, comes out quickly.
Sarr looking for his first league goal since September. He netted against Liverpool. He was here in one of only 2 home wins this season, the other victory against Brentford. Really need to improve things here in the second half of the season, or it may well be a nervy run to the finish line for them, especially given the resurgence of the likes of West Ham beneath them right now, who won comfortably against Sunderland yesterday. Richards missing out Wharton. Shield, and Richards will have another go. Offside though against Estevao.
Almost half an hour into the game. There's very little between the two sides. Very different in styles. Palace want to go from back to front quickly, get the ball into Mateta, get bodies around him. He's had the one big opportunity that they've created. As for Chelsea, they've looked to dominate the ball, to try and play through the thirds. Their one big chance has fallen to Enzo Fernandez. But there's little to separate them, really.
Mitchell stretching, but as well to keep it in play. Shield, a diving header forward by Lerma. Wharton. By Andre Santos.
Done well actually in there, hasn't he, for Chelsea today. Pushed on Enzo Fernandez into that Cole Palmer position. Slightly more defensive.
Scrappy. Munoz into Sarr. Now Wharton. Johnson. Hasn't seen too much of the ball in that inside left position. Mitchell. Mateta. Maybe had someone got to that initial flick, then Palace might have been in business, but he was never troubling Sanchez outright. Slice out of play by Cucurella.
Well, crosses are going to be big for Crystal Palace today. If they can get it out to their wing-backs. He was excellent in the air, Mateta, but as you say, very difficult to score from that angle in that distance.
Mateta, a big swing of that swinger of a left foot. James fires it back into Sanchez, whose kick isn't great, and it narrowly goes to the side of Lerma. Both sides a little bit too relaxed in possession here. Will Johnson keep that one in? No, he won't.
The weight of Adam Wharton's
to the sky, knew he put too much on it.
I think that's one thing for
him.
him.
Feel his way into this Crystal Palace team, Brennan
He
Johnson.
needs to kind of learn how to work his
We saw him operate so often down the right for Spurs, didn't we? In a natural wide position, but Palace do play a little bit more narrow.
The width comes from the wing backs, doesn't it, for Crystal Palace, rather than the number 10s.
Here's Maxence Lacroix. Sarr. He's looking a lot more comfortable now. Wharton. Down the corner from Johnson. It bounces off Mateta. Rather.
Hey, that needs to be
Foul given away there.
Caicedo needs to be careful.
Very, very thin tightrope right now, having already been yellow carded.
Just needs to be a little careful with
Caicedo needs to be careful here. Yo, he is really walking on a thin line now.
It was a foul.
Caicedo really needs to be careful.
He's brought down by Caicedo. His reaction just needs to be a little careful.
Probably not a yellow card rated challenge in itself. That was a bit of a naughty one previously there by Neto, but in combination with another free kick given away maybe
He really needs to be careful.
Might well be sent off again. He's already been dismissed once this season.
Because he is really walking on a thin line now.
He's shown a straight red card.
And Chelsea cannot afford another red card because this will be a season full of reds, yeah.
Plenty of height in attack, and that header from Lerma is repelled.
Uh-oh. What have you done?
Chasing, but Esteva has the pace to get away, and he has the
oh my goodness. Estevao is giving Chelsea the lead. What is wrong with that guy? Yo. Oh my goodness.
Really sharp here so far this afternoon. The first goal for him since the start of October. It's been a long time coming, and Chelsea in front.
Oh, it's a horror moment.
What was that pass?
Cambo, the youngster.
What was that pass? Is that Tyreek Mitchell?
His teammates rallying around him, but wow, didn't Estevao do so well? I thought he'd taken a touch too many. First of all, he has to wriggle away from the initial challenge, and then he takes touch after touch. He had one more than I thought he needed, but the angle just opened up that side of the goal. It's close to Dean Henderson, but he can't keep it out. Blistering run and finish.
Nah.
Capitalizes on the
Palace have
Cambo
actually
error.
capitulated, yeah, bro.
That is the threat that he possesses. The quality he has, the acceleration and speed to get away from just about anyone who's chasing him.
Palace have actually capitulated, yeah.
From out to in, from right to left, he got it onto his favoured side. And Liam Rossini's team have the advantage. Lerma back forward, out by Andre Santos. Mateta nodding it on, but in reality it was him they needed in that position.
So yeah, for the 3 matches, we actually have 1-0 lead.
15 or 20 minutes for the Glasslers
And
side.
and all the teams leading are away from home. Wow. Forest are leading away at Brentford, Chelsea leading away at Palace, and then Villa are leading away at Newcastle.
Straight away went over to
Yeah.
his young
Oh.
teammate and put his arm on his shoulder and said, "Come on."
Fernandez back to the goal scorer. Just goes to show the strength that Chelsea have in reserve as well, when he hasn't been playing 90 minutes in the last month or so, but comes into a game like this and can really be the X factor for them.
Oh, he's a superstar, isn't he?
Shield. Way through to Henderson. Goal for Estevao as well.
Yeah, so yeah, Chelsea have taken the lead with Estevao. That was a good run by Estevao, but yeah, Palace literally shot themselves on the foot there. That is a free kick to Newcastle. Forest on Visa.
Races clear and puts his team in front.
Okay, Newcastle are coming. Miley with a cross. Okay.
here.
Wow, that's a corner.
Sure, it was totally legal, but on we go.
That's a corner right there.
Water.
That was a
To
good cross by
Richards.
Lewis Wiley. Actually, have that guy in.
Well, Chelsea almost always score here. For today,
No,
they
not in the first leg.
failed to find the net in
back.
just one of the last 16 meetings. It's Estevao who's done the business for them. Summer signing from Palmeiras. Didn't have a huge amount of senior football behind him, unsurprisingly, but a really smart pickup by Chelsea.
Yo, what are you doing, Nick Pope? Sure, that was you. That was scary for Newcastle. Nearly. That was you.
Mateta. That's better. Johnson. Munoz will certainly put Cucurella under pressure. And he goes over spectacularly there and wins the free kick.
Yeah, it's a foul. Probably makes more of it than he needed to.
Given the challenges between he and Munoz, though, so far, I think the Palace wide man is certainly relishing the battle against him. You know what you're coming up against, a fierce competitor.
Visa.
João Pedro. Estevao.
That was a good run by. But he was offside. It was just Harvey Barnes, I think he was going to be offside. Chelsea coming with Pedro Neto.
Somebody tried to just hack that ball across there, but Neto wanted the touch, and Chelsea have the throw. Some of Liam Rossini's school teachers said that he might go to an advanced school when he was young due to his early interest in logic and strategy. He used to pretend he was asleep on the sofa so that he could listen to his dad's footballing chats with his colleagues and teammates as well. He was locked in from a young age. He's now reached the pinnacle pretty much of a coach's career at such a young point, only 41. Caicedo, Badiashile, João
Hey
Pedro.
guys, don't forget that we have that big one, that crazy big one.
Palace back on the ball with Wharton.
Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates, you know. Gonna be a big one.
Richards. Short on confidence, despite Palace's recent woes. Richards. Lacroix. Munoz. By Munoz. By Badiashile. Sarr.
Oh dear,
Munoz
again.
return is timely, especially with Nathaniel Klein out at the moment.
You, Chelsea.
Finds a pocket of space.
What are you
Really
doing,
poor ball
Ismail
in by his
Assar there,
normally
bro?
high standards. And Chelsea looking
How
for
about
the
you just
breakaway here
shoot
with
it in the
Caicedo.
goal, bro?
Would have had to have been a special ball there to spin it in behind for Cucurella and went for safety first.
It's been interesting actually watching Chelsea out of possession. I know Ismail Assar got free then on that occasion. It hasn't happened too often where one of those forward three players has managed to find that much space, especially in the penalty
Okay,
area.
Newcastle
Santos has done a
coming.
brilliant job of tracking at least one of them. He's allowed the two full-backs, Reece James and Cucurella, to deal with the wing-backs. And then with those forward three players, Santos has made sure that he's one of the three. Almost, he drops into a centre-back position as he has done now. He's marking Mateta.
What are you doing?
Here's Sarr looking to find the Frenchman. By Chalobah. Neto. By Waited for Canvo to come in behind him.
Ooh, what a save by Martinez again!
Lacroix.
Oh my goodness me, man.
Mitchell. Back to Lacroix.
Nah, bro, this guy is too good.
That's the same, man. I thought the
That
footlights had gone
ball
into
was literally
overdrive for a
in
second,
the
but it doesn't appear as though
net.
the sun has come out. Which, as a South
Oh
Londoner,
my goodness,
myself at the
man.
moment,
Emi
hasn't been here too
Martinez,
often in recent weeks.
he's just too good, man. Oh my goodness, Martinez, you're too good.
Always
You're
smart.
too
Here's
good.
Johnson. Unfortunate for him as it hits his neck.
Oh,
Mitchell.
that ball was literally in the net.
Tyrick Mitchell.
Oh my goodness.
Richards. Easily out by Enzo Fernandez, and there's another
Sure,
breakaway,
that
and it's a
is too
Stevao
good.
again.
Oh my goodness,
Chelsea
Chelsea again
could
on
be
the
in once
break.
more. Joao Pedro
Estevao
opening now, but
again.
Estevao goes on.
2-0.
Oh, and he just misses the target. He looked for all the world as though he'd double things up for himself and his team, but it wasn't to be.
What is happening with Palace?
Talk about
Why are they
your own problems. Look how high Crystal
Why are
Palace
they
are,
opening
nobody
up
back.
like that?
Stevao breaking through again, this time on his right foot. And I
Why
thought
are
it
they
was in.
opening up
It
like
left
that?
his boot just the wrong side of the post. He's going to be some talent.
Yo,
He's a special player.
Palace is literally yeah.
His frustration
They
with it wasn't even particularly close. In the end, here's Mitchell. Sarr. Johnson wanted to wait for that ball to come across onto his favoured right side, but in the end he manages to foul Andre Santos.
It's that man again. Santos dealing with Brennan Johnson this time. It's been terrific. They're so good on the ball, Chelsea. They've kept it well. But you need players who are good without it. And Santos has been intelligent in the way he's defended today.
Glasner having some early chats with his backroom staff with half-time fast approaching here. Who knows what the future holds for Oliver Glasner, but he had to fire away claims this week that Jean-Philippe Mateta had handed in a transfer request, as were reports in the media. He said they were false and there's nothing doing with him at the moment. He has been linked with a move to Turin and Juventus this month. I think with the manager leaving at the end of the season, it's probably made a few of the players question about what they want to do with their future careers as well. Palace fans certainly hoping that they're not going to be any more outs this month. They can barely afford their
Newcastle have actually had the
depth they
better
don't have in their
chance.
squad right now. They have a number of players
They had
out
another
injured.
chance just as the match started with Tonali. And that head again. They're actually playing not so bad, but you know, Martinez is just a class above the rest. Just a class above.
Sanchez.
He's just too
Neto
good.
gets lucky. Munoz slip there by Caicedo, an offside flag against Sarr. The half-time coming up, Matt Holland. Can both coaches be reasonably happy for different reasons? Palace might be behind, but they've created some good openings and opportunities, and Chelsea ultimately in front.
Uh-oh.
Obviously, Liam Rosini will be the happier of the two managers because his team are ahead, taking the opportunities that's come their way. I think they've looked more composed on the ball. And I think they've looked the better of the two teams. But Palace have had opportunities themselves, and a big one through Mateta, which he failed to take. They're in the game, but yeah, at the moment, Chelsea, I mean, going into half-time deservedly ahead.
Canvo. 25 seconds left. For somebody to do something.
Oh my goodness. Newcastle, what have you done? Oh my goodness. Watkins. Ah, what are you doing?
Pedro staying down, holding the bottom of his leg. The referee just saying it's a coming together.
Well, that was a chance to double Villa's lead.
minimal?
Yeah.
Johnson goes up for it. Fernandez built into from behind by Lerma. And that will do for the first half. A bit of pushing and shoving as the half-time whistle goes. Those two.
Villa, here
and
comes
Enzo
Villa
Fernandez
again. The
active
game is
again.
opened up just a
And a
bit
step
here.
out active
Oh
again
my
for
goodness,
Chelsea.
Rogers.
Much needed goal
Sure.
for him and his club as they
Newcastle
look
better
to
be
keep their
careful.
mini run going here. It was his goal on the breakaway
Newcastle better
after
be
a mistake by Canvo. 11 minutes before the break, which has given Chelsea the lead here. Jean-Philippe Mateta maybe should have put Palace in front way before
Half
that. He
time,
was put
Chelsea
through
versus
one-on-one.
Palace.
Sanchez
Half
made the
time
save.
now.
So far for Liam Rosenior, things going well as he heads towards a third
yeah.
straight win. Half time here at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 0,
Do
Chelsea
you have
1.
actually about a minute?
Secara keseluruhan di laga babak pertama, Palace tim yang sebenarnya sedikit lebih unggul. Tapi kemudian bagaimana ada breakaway dengan kesalahan dari Canvo dan dimanfaatkan oleh Estevo yang begitu cepat menggiring bola. Kemudian gagal untuk bisa diantisipasi oleh Henderson dan juga Tyreek Mitchell. Dan ini adalah gol yang memberikan keunggulan bagi Chelsea atas Palace di Selhurst Park. 1-0 keunggulan tim tamu.
New Jarum Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
Mau voucher belanja 25 juta setiap bulan? Langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas. Diskon 20% setiap hari. Dan dapatkan gratis 3 bulan ChatGPT Go. Langganan Shopee VIP sekarang.
New Jarum Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
Half time at Newcastle versus Aston Villa. So yeah, it just seems like Newcastle, they are really playing against Emi Martinez. Yeah, they have they really put out some good saves
Kreteknya super.
in this half. Other than that, it's really been, yeah, there's been a little between the sides. Yeah, it just seems like something special was needed, and Aston Villa got it from going here. Yeah, but yeah, just on the other side, it's 1-0 to Chelsea, 1-0 to Chelsea, and then also it's 1-0 to Forest.
Pemirsa, babak pertama berakhir dengan skor 0-1 yang mana tim tamu memperoleh keunggulan dari gol yang diselesaikan oleh Estevao di menit ke-34. Bagaimana Adi melihat pertandingan malam hari ini di babak pertama tadi?
Iya, Derby London yang begitu menarik tersaji, dan bagaimana ada penampilan lagi dari tim asuhan Liam Rosenior yang begitu positif dalam memanfaatkan kesempatan, dan kelincahan dari Estevo yang kita harapkan bisa tampil dinamis terjadi tadi dengan 2 kesempatan, dengan 1 dikonversi menjadi gol, salah satu gol yang sensasional yang mampu dicetak oleh Estevo, memberikan keunggulan dengan kesalahan dari JD Canvo tadi dengan 1 upaya blind back pass yang dicuri bolanya oleh Estevo dan melaju dengan cepat memberikan ancaman bagi Tyreek Mitchell, dan akhirnya gagal untuk bisa diantisipasi oleh Henderson. Dan ini satu dari sedikit peluang yang didapat oleh Jean-Philippe Mateta ketika ada turnover, kesalahan yang terjadi tadi dari Badia Shield, dan bola jatuh kepada pergerakan dari Jean-Philippe Mateta setelah adanya pressing yang luar biasa dari Ismail Sarr, tapi tidak berbuah gol pembuka bagi Crystal Palace.
Yes, kita melihat lagi bagaimana highlight yang terjadi. Ini tendangan yang diselesaikan oleh Chelsea, namun tidak bisa dieksekusi dengan baik, Adi.
Iya, dan ini kesempatan emas yang didapat oleh Enzo Fernandez di jarak yang sebenarnya dia harusnya bisa berbuat lebih baik untuk membuat Henderson bekerja, tapi gagal untuk bisa diarahkan tempat sasaran. Kembali volume umpan-umpan yang dilayangkan dari sektor kiri begitu tinggi, dan ini peluang lagi yang gagal untuk bisa diselesaikan oleh Moise Caicedo untuk memberikan keunggulan bagi Chelsea.
Betul sekali, kita melihat lagi bagaimana peluang yang akan diciptakan, namun gagal lagi-lagi oleh Crystal Palace.
Ya, Jefferson Lerma tadi yang punya kesempatan yang untuk bisa mencetak gol, gagal dieksekusi dengan baik. Dan ini adalah peluang yang jatuh kepada Ismail Sarr, tapi juga gagal. 3 kesempatan yang luar biasa didapat oleh para pemain Palace, tapi gagal. Ini kredit harus diberikan kepada Sanchez dan juga Cucurella yang mampu bergegas tadi menutup ruang tembak yang coba dimanfaatkan oleh Ismail Sarr. Dan ini dia breakaway, dan ketika kita berpikir ada touch yang kelebihan satu sentuhan tadi dari Estevo, tapi kemudian ini justru membuat Henderson menjadi tidak berdaya karena begitu rapatnya jarak, kemudian tembakan yang dilepaskan sangat tajam dan keras sehingga begitu sulit bagi sang penjaga gawang bereaksi tepat dan akhirnya mencetak gol yang memberikan keunggulan bagi Chelsea dari aksi impresif Estevao. Dan ini hampir saja bisa diduplikasi ya, apa yang menjadi gol pertama kemudian hampir berujung menjadi gol kedua yang bisa menjauhkan Chelsea dari kejaran Palace, tapi sayang tembakan dari angle yang cukup sulit yang dilepaskan dengan adanya Lacroix dan juga Richards yang coba menutup ruang tembak tadi mampu mengganggu kenyamanan dari Estevao untuk melepaskan effort menuju ke gawang.
Iya, Adi, kita melihat bagaimana statistik yang terjadi di babak pertama tadi dengan Crystal Palace. Sama ya, di shot on target 1, namun kita melihat bahwa efektivitas terjadi dan juga diciptakan oleh Chelsea dengan perolehan 1 gol.
Iya, sangat efisien, mereka mampu memanfaatkan peluang tadi yang jatuh kepada Estevao. Possession juga sangat tipis dan berimbang, dan kita melihat bagaimana touches in the upper section box yang lebih unggul Chelsea dengan +5, ada 12 yang ditawarkan, dan justru kita akan coba merektify bagaimana penampilan dari para pemain lapangan tengah Chelsea yang begitu istimewa di babak pertama. Nanti akan kita bahas, tapi setelah tentunya kita akan bahas gol sensasional dari anak muda dari Brazil, Estevao.
Betul sekali, Adi. Kita melihat langsung bagaimana gol yang diselesaikan oleh Estevao di menit ke-34. Ini gol yang cukup impresif, Adi.
Ya, gol yang sangat sensasional, dan ketika ini dia ada satu kesalahan begitu naif ya, apa yang menjadi harusnya bola yang bisa diproteksi lebih baik dan mungkin dibuang ke sisi menjadi lebih aman tadi oleh JD Canvo, tapi dia memilih opsi back pass. Ini menjadi blind back pass yang juga gagal untuk bisa diantisipasi oleh penjaga gawang Henderson, dan ketika bola dikirimkan tanggung seperti ini, kita lihat bagaimana alertnya Estevao. Dia langsung bisa mengendus adanya potensi, dia bisa memberikan ancaman dengan bergegas, berlari sangat cepat tadi. Bahkan Tyrick Mitchell, salah satu pelari yang juga sangat cepat di Premier League, mampu diakali dengan kecerdikan dia menaruh posisi badannya agar tidak bisa dia sentuh oleh Mitchell. Kalau Tyrick Mitchell menjatuhkan Estevao, maka akan ada potensi red card di sini, dan Mitchell juga berpikir cukup panjang karena masih ada babak kedua, jadi dia tadi tidak melakukan challenge yang akan berujung dengan dirinya di kartu merah. Dan bagi Estevao, ini adalah gol pembukanya di Premier League untuk Chelsea, dan jatuh di saat yang tepat ketika Chelsea sangat ingin mampu untuk mencetak keunggulan dan diberikan oleh Estevao di Selhurst Park.
Baik, Adi, kita sudah melihat bagaimana gol analisis yang terjadi di babak pertama, dan kita juga akan melihat bagaimana pertandingan yang berjalan bersamaan. Ini dia, kita lihat bersama Adi dan juga pemirsa bagaimana highlight Brentford yang berhadapan dengan Nottingham Forest.
Iya, Forest yang coba melanjutkan tren yang sangat baik ya. Mereka mampu menahan imbang Arsenal di City Ground. Igor Thiago di sini coba untuk mencetak gol gagal, justru Igor yang satu lagi, Igor Jesus yang akan membuka keunggulan bagi Nottingham Forest. Ini pemain yang juga masih struggle untuk bisa tampil konsisten di Premier League, akhirnya mampu untuk bisa mempersembahkan gol. Agak sedikit berbau keberuntungan karena Rico Henry mendenai tadi oleh Aina untuk bisa melepaskan umpan, tapi defleksi yang kemudian berpihak kepada Igor Jesus. Dan ini dia Tonali yang hampir memberikan keunggulan dengan pergerakan yang begitu luar biasa, mampu untuk bisa melewati hadangan beberapa punggawa dari Aston Villa. Dan kalau bicara tentang gol-gol cantik, maka Aston Villa adalah tim yang sangat sering pemain-pemainnya mampu mencetak gol seperti ini. Emi Buendia yang lagi-lagi ini adalah musim resurrection bagi dirinya, mendapatkan kepercayaan lagi dari Unai Emery dan sebuah gol spektakuler dia lesakan di St. James's Park untuk memberikan keunggulan bagi Aston Villa.
Yes, berpotensi mendapatkan best goal di pekan kali ini ya, Adi. Dan kita akan melihat bagaimana pertandingan yang berlangsung di babak pertama tadi, dan Brentford yang berhadapan dengan Nottingham Forest saat ini masih didominasi oleh Nottingham Forest dengan perolehan 0-1, dan kita juga melihat bagaimana Crystal Palace berhadapan dengan Chelsea dengan skor sementara 0-1 dan juga Newcastle United yang berhadapan dengan Aston Villa. Ini menarik ada pertandingannya. Masih dengan 0-1 di 3 pertandingan.
Iya, dan tim tamu yang meraih keunggulan ya di 3 laga ini, tapi masih ada begitu banyak kesempatan. Apalagi bagi Crystal Palace, mereka tampil sebenarnya sedikit lebih baik. Tadi kita berbicara tentang midfield duel di sana dan bagaimana ada freedom yang diberikan oleh Liam Rossinier kepada Enzo Fernandez untuk tampil lebih bebas. Kemudian Moise Caicedo menciptakan balance di sana, dan Andres Santos justru yang paling menarik. Ini peran yang luar biasa, menjadi extra defender, bahkan mengcover hingga ke central of defense dari Chelsea. Kemudian dia juga bisa mendekat dengan para pemain di lini tekanan dari Chelsea. Ini pemain multifungsi yang saya pikir perannya akan semakin vital ini ketika Liam Rossinier terus mengandalkan dirinya.
Iya, semakin penasaran kita apa yang akan terjadi di babak kedua nanti, dan tentunya kita juga akan melihat bagaimana keadaan di Emirates Stadium. Ini dia, kita akan menyaksikan sesaat lagi akan ada big match Arsenal yang berhadapan dengan Manchester United. Adi.
Iya, dan ini adalah momen di mana Arsenal kalau ingin benar-benar berupaya menjadi yang terbaik, mereka harus bisa mengalahkan Manchester United. Manchester United yang datang ke Emirates Stadium dalam kondisi yang sangat baik setelah unggul di Manchester Derby. Michael Carrick dan para pemainnya tentunya ingin berbuat sesuatu di laga nanti. Hasil imbang sudah menjadi bonus luar biasa bagi Manchester United, tapi Arsenal dengan roster yang ada, dengan form mereka, tim yang sangat menakutkan, dan saya pikir mereka sudah sangat siap untuk menjadi juara baru Premier League. Tinggal bagaimana nanti di lapangan mereka harus bisa mengatasi permainan dari Carrick dan Manchester United.
Betul sekali, Adi, dan itu dia pertandingan big match yang akan kita saksikan sesaat lagi. Namun kita kembali lagi ke pertandingan malam hari ini, Crystal Palace yang berhadapan dengan Chelsea. Adi, tentunya kita akan melihat di babak kedua nanti apa yang akan dilakukan oleh Crystal Palace, respon apa yang akan diberikan oleh tim tuan rumah.
Mereka tampil sebenarnya dengan gaya tekanan yang luar biasa fleksibel, dengan Brennan Johnson, dengan Ismail Sarr dan juga Mateta yang saling interchange di lini serang. Dan kita lihat bagaimana supporting cast-nya. Wharton tadi juga memberikan beberapa bola-bola yang sangat positif, tapi masalahnya adalah bagi di lini pertahanan dengan Canvo tadi yang melakukan kesalahan. Dari 3 penampilannya, 2 sebelumnya Palace tidak kebobolan ketika dia tampil, tapi dengan tekanan dia digadang-gadang sebagai pengganti dari Mark Gehi. Ini sepertinya ada added pressure yang dirasa oleh JD Canvo. Dia harus tampil lebih lepas, lebih relax, dan tentunya didampingi oleh Richards dan juga Lacroix adalah para pemain bertahan yang sudah punya pengalaman untuk membantu dirinya di babak kedua. Jadi saya pikir Palace masih punya kesempatan untuk bangkit.
Baik, Adi dan juga pemirsa, jangan kemana-mana pemirsa, karena setelah ini akan ada kick off babak kedua setelah yang satu ini.
Mau voucher belanja 25 juta setiap bulan? Langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas. Diskon 20% setiap hari dan dapatkan gratis 3 bulan ChatGPT Go. Langganan Shopee VIP sekarang.
Gua udah buktiin, setelah setiap hari minum kolagena, nyeri-nyeri, sakit sendi, hilang.
Kolagena, sendi jadi kuat, tulang padat, kulit sehat. Kolagena, susu awet muda.
Terbukti, kolagena banyak banget manfaatnya.
Kalian berdua istirahat aja. Biar gue yang lanjutin. Welcome to Real City. Welcome to Real City. Tempat banyak orang setara. Pak, Bapak.
Lo pernah lihat nggak orang yang punya sapu tangan ini?
Saya pernah lihat Algojo pakai itu tuh.
Algojo dibayar buat bunuh orang. Bawa gua ke sana.
Welcome to Real City. Welcome to Real City. Tempat yang telunjuk gigi. Lu harus tahan banting.
Yang itu mencoba lagi.
Teman-teman saya semuanya.
Gua udah buktiin, setelah setiap hari minum kolagena, nyeri-nyeri, sakit sendi, hilang.
Kolagena, sendi jadi kuat, tulang padat, kulit sehat. Kolagena, susu awet muda.
Terbukti, kolagena banyak banget manfaatnya.
Super Kretek. Ini Kreteknya Super.
Pemirsa, kita sudah terhubung kembali di Selhurst Park. Sesaat lagi kita akan menyaksikan babak kedua antara Crystal Palace yang berhadapan dengan Chelsea. Adik kita sudah melihat bagaimana di babak pertama tadi, dan kira-kira di babak kedua pemain yang mungkin masuk dari bangku untuk mengubah jalannya permainan. Kira-kira siapa nih?
Dari bench ya, untuk Chelsea mungkin ya, karena Moise Caicedo ini adalah pemain yang sudah mendapatkan kartu kuning dan mungkin hanya satu reckless challenge lagi berpotensi dirinya akan mendapatkan kartu kuning kedua. Jadi akan ada pemikiran dari Liam Rosenior untuk mencari siapa pemain yang tepat nanti untuk bisa menggantikan Caicedo kalau saja dirinya mungkin nanti akan berpotensi untuk melakukan challenge yang gegabah. Dan saya melihat sini peran dari Kukurea ketika dia tampil inverted tinggi ini masih belum bisa diantisipasi dengan baik oleh para pemain Crystal Palace. Kalau tetap seperti ini maka Chelsea berpotensi untuk bisa menambah keunggulan mereka di babak kedua.
Baiklah pemirsa dan juga Adi, kita akan sama-sama menyaksikan jalannya babak kedua antara Crystal Palace yang berhadapan dengan Chelsea. Dari studio kami mengucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Mateta had that golden chance for them while the game was still lock level at 0-0. Somehow Crystal Palace have to fight back in this second half and try and get something from this game. I think in any normal circumstance, Matt Holland, they'd happily take a point at home to Chelsea, but needs are greater for them right now.
Yeah, especially a goal behind at half-time. They would take a point right now. No changes at half-time for either side. I'm a little surprised, simply because of Moises Caicedo. He's walking a tightrope, already been booked. Could potentially have been shown another yellow. It's something that Liam Rossini will have to keep an eye on in this second period.
Caicedo has been booked more than any other Chelsea player so far this season. That was his sixth yellow of the campaign.
Chelsea versus Palace, second half is kicked off.
Chelsea trying to work their way forward here. João Pedro climbing high though on Lacroix.
Then yeah,
England has pointed for the free kick.
Villa and Newcastle are actually about to walk out. Yeah. So Chelsea actually are currently in fourth with this result. If it ends like this, they will climb up to fourth, push Liverpool down, and Manchester United down as well. So yeah, this actually might actually will be a good thing for Chelsea if they can actually hold on to win this match.
Get there first for Chelsea.
Even that Man United did actually tougher match today against Arsenal.
Reece James, it was over the head of João Pedro. Cucurella was underneath it, headed behind by Munoz.
Fast start from the visitors to the second half. Every time
I actually feel like Chelsea have come back.
We've seen a couple of dangerous balls into the area as well. A couple of dangerous crosses.
Yeah, they're actually the one who tried. We're about to start with Villa and Newcastle.
Very same routine on each of them. This is number 5. There's James taking. He's trying to drop them into that near post area so far. That's the plan again. Pushed away by Henderson. Steval's first header, followed up by a more powerful one from Sarr. Correa met his match in Mateta. It was a good job that Chalobah got there first against his former side. Goes in again, but here's Wharton. Lerma, Mitchell, free in all kinds of room.
Newcastle. I think they need to be wary of the counter-attack of Villa's
Crystal Palace.
because it's going to be very dangerous.
It's been a game of few clear-cut chances. Palace missed their big opportunity through Mateta. Their only shot on target. Esteval scored Chelsea's only attempt themselves. Well, Richards has already taken one long throw this afternoon, and another one about to be launched here. It's held in by the American. To no one in Palace colours. Munoz. And the Eagles start again. Aston having to take a few more steps back than maybe he was anticipating, but no damage done.
Like Jolinton is down here. That'll be pretty concerning for Newcastle.
What they have had though is an 8-day break since their last match.
Also,
too
this
often
guy,
this season, so we expect them to
Bruno
be able to
is already out.
look a little stronger in the second half today than they have done in
That's
previous
not looking
matches.
good. They're actually going to make a change.
2026 hasn't been kind to them so far, just 2 draws against Fulham
I
and Villa
think
here.
Ramsey is coming on for John.
Beaten at Newcastle, beaten at 6th tier Macclesfield in the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
Yo, Chelsea have scored 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea.
João Pedro.
Oh
Angle
my
tight.
goodness.
It might not matter. João Pedro!
2-0 Chelsea, João Pedro.
What a start to the second half for Chelsea.
2-0 João Pedro.
He scored the opener against Brentford last week. And that might be the goal here at Selhurst to wrap up the points for Liam Rossini's side.
Oh, he's a man in form, João Pedro. 4 goals in his last 5 Premier League starts. Took that one well, an excellent run. They are going to check an offside, I think, in the build-up, early on in the move. And this first ball comes up to João Pedro. And it looks like he's okay. And then the second one, he's definitely on. He times that run to perfection.
He's definitely
got a lot to do. Wharton comes back and is beaten too easily. Drives it through the legs of Dean Henderson. His terrific centre-forward play. Lays it off and continues his run. As I say, he's got a lot to do. But Adam
I really
Wharton
wanted
commits
Chelsea
himself
to
far
lose
too
this
easily.
match.
And drives it past Henderson. Doubles the lead. Chelsea in command.
Well, before last week, each of João Pedro's last 6 Premier League goals have been in 3 lots of back-to-back games, and he's done it again. Maybe the start of another mini purple patch for the Brazilian striker. Although 40 minutes to go in this game, this looks like a real hard task now for Crystal Palace. Sanchez, James, Fernandes. Lovely fade on that ball to bring in Estevão. No foul on the Brazilian. He's starting to get to his feet. Wharton, lovely drop of the shoulder there to escape Caicedo. Munoz. Palace with 3 in the box. Will accept the throw.
He's back on his feet. If you're Chelsea right now, just keep giving the ball. Full of confidence.
Estevão up and okay.
Goal and an assist.
I really wanted Chelsea to lose this.
Today. It's going pretty well for Chelsea overall. We'll be looking to hold on to the clean sheet here. Richards. Limited run up this time. Richards to Lerma. Play halted here because of a head injury inside the penalty area. Referee Darren
Yo, that is a counter that is coming from Villa right there.
Crystal Palace frustrated. They're in a promising position. But you can take no chances. When the player's down with a head injury, Downing and doing exactly the right thing by stopping the game.
It's Chalobah who is down at the moment. Ismail Assad is having the decision explained to him here by the match referee, who actually did the meeting between the sides back on the opening day of the season as well. It's been his game this season.
Not getting any easier, is it, for Oliver Glasner in Crystal Palace? Into a tough time right now.
And after today, back-to-back away games at the start of February.
Yeah, Newcastle is
City
just
ground in what is now a massive
really
game
finding
against
it
Nottingham
too
Forest
difficult.
next Sunday.
They're finding it
Following
difficult.
week, it's the grudge match away to Brighton. Another 2 o'clock start in that one, which he will be looking forward to and dreading, I'm sure, in equal measure given their recent run.
They're really finding it difficult to.
So it will be an uncontested drop ball to restart things here. I think we know where this ball is going. Wharton to deliver. Bodies in there. Someone lets it run. It's a corner to Palace in front of the Homesdale. Brennan Johnson knows there is not a second to lose here as he goes to race to take it. Plenty of action around Sanchez. Johnson. Sanchez comes a long way, that's a great take, and he's got runners left and right. Well, he was very close there to carrying the ball out of his own penalty area himself, and in the end was pushed out of his own box.
Yeah, I think Darren England's given the foul. I think it's Jefferson Lerma that brings him down eventually. He's trying to get Chelsea on the attack quickly, and as you quite rightly say, he nearly ran over the edge of the 18-yard line. You see, he's just about kept it in, and then there's a little nudge that takes him outside.
That is very, very close though, isn't it? Probably too close for comfort.
Brilliant goalkeeping initially, taking command, winning the ball, looking to get them on the attack quickly, and then he realises there's nothing on, has to come back.
He's got a bit of paint across his face for good measure. He might need a bit longer in the shower after this one. Munoz. Correa renewing the rivalry with him. It could have been a very promising moment for Chelsea had he been able to release the ball in time.
Oh my goodness, Newcastle, what are you doing?
Get rid of the ball as quickly as possible, given these strict 8 seconds they've got to release it.
How many chances are these guys gonna continue to miss, man?
Munoz. Back heel that probably shouldn't have been done there.
Oh
Joao
my
Pedro.
goodness.
Neto. Estevao. James on the outside.
Yeah.
Fernandez. Here is James. Estevao looking to bend one. Henderson
Wow,
saves.
Estevao nearly.
And as Cucurella hits it into the ground, Henderson able to recover.
He
just in
nearly
the nick of
scores,
time.
Aston.
Chelsea fans singing his name. Affectionately, it sounds like Steve-O. They're shouting, but God, they're enjoying his performance. He has been terrific today. Goal, assist, and it's Dean Henderson to the rescue again. Just keep feeding him, just keep giving him the ball. Very little backlift. Terrific effort. An excellent save from Dean Henderson. Generated plenty of power on that.
Estevao has had more shots than any other player in this game. I understand why Chelsea want to give him the ball time and again. At the moment, it's his first added to by the second from Joao Pedro. As Chelsea in this commanding position.
I don't see how Palace can. It just doesn't seem like.
Starting to think about
Another
maybe
thing that I've
altering
noticed
things.
about Palace since their coach
who has scored a couple of goals in their last 2
said
games,
he's leaving at the
getting
end of
stripped
the
and ready on the
season.
bench.
Just doesn't. This seems like they've checked out. They're just waiting through the season.
Palace just changing personnel
It's
here, or maybe
not that
changing their
side
shape.
anymore.
Very rarely change the shape. I'd imagine it's personnel.
I don't know, but it just seems
For
like
Johnson,
they're gone.
possibly.
Their heads are just
James
waiting
into
for
Estevao.
the season end.
James
Yeah.
again. Sumptuous ball in there, missed.
3-0.
Joao Pedro claiming handball, adamant it struck the arm there of Canvo.
Joao Pedro nearly
Chelsea
made
go
it
on.
3-0.
Badiashile
I don't even know what Dean
Caicedo
Henderson is doing.
spotted the run there of Enzo Fernandez.
He makes that run bullet, doesn't he, Enzo Fernandez, from deep and getting beyond the back line.
I think VAR will have to check
But
here.
was there a handball? That's the big question.
No,
Might
it's not
well
this
hit a
time.
hand, but his arm's down by his side. It's close proximity. No way it's a penalty. João Pedro will be thinking, have I not scored?
It came off his chest as well, probably a mitigating factor in that one, and Palace will be okay.
Wow.
We did see yesterday at Manchester City, the referee gets sent to the screen for Halam.
Bailey
Oh,
is
hang on a
back
second.
for Villa. It's been a long time since I've
Well,
seen that guy.
Darren England's here has been told to stop the game by the VAR Matt Donoghue, and has been told to go to the screen in front of him. I was about to say, England was the fourth.
What?
The VAR yesterday at
VAR
Manchester City
is
against
told the
Wolves
referee
sent
to go to the
referee
screen.
Halam to the screen for a possible handball, and Halam actually stuck with his
No,
original
that
decision.
hand was by his side.
What will
That
England do
handball
here?
was by his side.
The referee just
looked
being told
very
to
much
pause
by
here
his
because they're just
side.
checking the build-up to that potential handball. But certainly on first view, Matt Holland, it seemed as though they've got the right decision to start with.
Well, it certainly seems harsh, doesn't it? I mean, his arm's behind him, and it does hit his arm. But it's
What are they checking?
Well, the VAR, Matt Donoghue, is saying to the referee it is an accidental handball offence, but the fact it's blocking this shot going in towards goal seems to make it more
Nah,
serious.
man,
Holland.
it's an accident.
Well, I mean, it feels harsh, doesn't it? His arm down by his side. It looks like it flicks off his body first, maybe, before it actually hits the
It's
hand.
not even a penalty, man. So what do you want him to chop his arm off? You want him to chop his arm off? Like, how is that even
I think we
considered,
can all see the
bro?
way this has come about, but the message that's coming from VAR HQ to the referee is that the fact that the ball
How are
is
they
going
even
in is making this
considering
more serious
that?
than it might have been otherwise.
Yeah, I think the VAR are saying it's an accidental handball.
Nah, bro, like the game is
The VAR
gone,
has given
man.
his opinion to the referee, Darren England.
That's not a penalty, bro.
And he's taking a long look at this. And of course, it's a pivotal moment in the game.
That is not a penalty.
And the referee pointing out to the
What
VAR
do you want
his
is-
thoughts
you
on the
want to
handball, but
chop
the
his
VAR
arm off.
making it clear to the referee that the fact the ball is going into the net is making this a more severe offence.
Like, you want to chop his arm off.
What is the referee going to decide on
He's
here?
given
We are
it.
about to hear his
He's
decision.
given it.
After review, the ball hits Crystal Palace 23. It is an accidental handball, not a deliberate. It's an accidental handball. Therefore, it is a penalty kick. However, because it's accidental, it is only a yellow card. Only a yellow card.
Penalty given, and Chelsea will have a chance to make it 3-0. Some will feel that's harsh. Maybe the law book says that it's factually the correct call. Either way, Chelsea have a chance from 12 yards.
It's a tough day for the youngster. Gave away the ball for the opening Chelsea goal. Now penalised for handball.
This is stupid, bro.
Enzo Fernandez has the ball in his hands. Looks like he's given the man that takes responsibility.
Well, Cole Palmer has taken 2 penalties and scored one of them against Brentford last week, but Enzo Fernandez took the other. And he has scored a penalty recently as well in the 5-1 cup win at Charlton a couple of weeks ago. It's his responsibility here against goalkeeper
3,
Dean Henderson.
Enzo Fernandez.
And you can see his success there from the spot in varying positions across the goal. So Fernandez up against Henderson. Chelsea have comfort at 2. They'll rest easy at 3. It's Fernandez straight into the corner, and Chelsea wrap things up.
An emphatic finish from Enzo Fernandez. Took the ball, took responsibility, and has given his side what you would feel is an unassailable lead. The despondent JD Cambo disappointed at the decision, but it's a long way back for Crystal Palace now. Drills it into that bottom corner. A fabulous penalty. Henderson doesn't even move.
Yeah, Henderson clearly feeling there was going to be something cheeky about that penalty down the middle. This is why it was awarded in the first place. A decision that no doubt will cause plenty of discussion and debate over the next couple of days. And there was a long conversation between the referee, Darren England, and the VAR, Matt Donoghue. But in the end, the penalty was given.
It took a long time, actually, with the game continuing before the VAR intervened as well.
Well, in the aftermath of
Newcastle
that goal, have been changes made. Yeremy Pino has come on, along with Borna Sosa. Palace trying to put a bit more oomph into their attack here.
What are you saying about will they change shape? I said no chance. They don't rarely do that. Well, it looks like they've gone to a back four, Crystal Palace.
Well, there have been Premier League managers in recent times who have been widely criticised for not willing to go from plan A. Oliver Glasner doing that here. Joao Pedro, Chelsea looking really confident and assured now.
Oh, yeah.
Third goal, sending some Palace fans home who can't bear to sit through another 30 minutes of action with their side well and truly behind in this game.
We're on the gantry above the Chelsea fans. It's vibrating, the noise that the support Chelsea are getting right now.
Caicedo fouled there. I do wonder, with his yellow card as he picked up in the first half, and the fact they're 3-0 up now, whether that might be the signal to...
Can't keep watching Chelsea winning, bro. I'll just focus on Villa and Newcastle. Ooh. Yo, that was close from Newcastle. Wow, what is Villa doing? They always lose position in these areas. Ah, yeah. What is he doing, man? He was just supposed to pass the ball there. Newcastle are really pushing now. Newcastle are really pushing now. Newcastle are really, really pushing now. Newcastle are really, really pushing now. Oh my goodness. Yo, two Villa players down, and Newcastle is not. They're not going to. They're not going to push the ball out. Corner to Newcastle. 22 minutes. Gonna be fun, yeah. Villa better do something here. They otherwise Newcastle are really pushing. They might just get an equalizer here if they're not careful. Yeah. You. He twisted his ankle there. Twisted his ankle. Ah, what are you doing, Barnes? Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, that is crazy, bro. That is the Riverano Bingero. How is it even not even a foul? Oh, Riverano Bingero. That is literally a clear foul, bro. Nah. Let's look at the lineups. Manchester United versus Arsenal. This is expected. Man United unchanged from last week against Man City. Wow. Yo. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't see how Man United wins this. I do not see how Man United wins this match. Arsenal. Um, Raya in goal. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hinkapi, Odegaard, Zubimendi, and Rice. 4-3-3 formation. Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Lisandro Trossard. Man United. Lemon, Shaw, Martinez, Maguire, Dalot, Casemiro, Mainu, Dogu, Fernandez, Diallo, and Bumo. Yeah, I don't see this. I don't see. I don't see how Man United wins this. I don't see it. What's What's funny is both teams, Man United and Arsenal, they've actually put their big strikers that they signed in the summer on the bench. Jokeres and Shesko, they're all on the bench today. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, yeah, I don't see how Man United wins this around. Ooh, nearly by Rogers. Eight more minutes. Yeah, yeah. Squeaky bum time for Villa now. And it just seems like if Villa scores, that's it. That's game because they start playing like yeah, they don't attack anymore once they score. They, they start playing to preserve the lead more. It's a bit weird though. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what a save by Nick Pope. That was going to be curtains. That was gonna be curtains. Only Watkins just scored this the second goal here. It's Villa 2. Yeah, Newcastle have just have not been there. Yeah, I don't even understand what they are doing this year, bro. They don't usually lose at St. James, but yeah, just yeah, they've just not been good enough. They've just not been good enough. Even the way they clear this corner and the way they defend the cross from Digne. That is crazy, bro. Like that is not even a team that is playing well at all. Where is the where like the Villa players were queuing up at the back there. Yeah, this is crazy. Wharton have been was has been given a red card. What? How? That's not a penalty. Yeah, this is bad. Newcastle are really. It just seems like the year that they are in Europe, they struggle. The next season, they won't be in Europe. They come back again. Then it's just a never-ending cycle. That's why I feel like yeah. That's it for them with Eddie Howe. I feel like they just probably need a change in that regard, and they're probably going to do it end of the season. He's probably gonna be let go end of the season, Eddie Howe, because he has taken them, like he has then really lifted them, because that season, oh my god, that okay. I thought maybe that was a tackle. That was a yeah, that was a bad tackle, but it's not. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, it just seems like they really lack it when they're in Europe. They just no, they just play, yeah, really badly that season. And I feel like probably they will be looking for a new manager this season, the come end of the season. Feel like they need something to change in that regard. Because what's funny is Sunderland came into the Premier League this season, but they're already ahead of Newcastle, who has been in the Premier League for I don't know how many years now. It's yeah, it's crazy, right? I just feel like they need to kind of maybe they need not that I just feel like they need to change the coach. That's what I feel like. And I feel like they're going to do it because right now it's just not happening with Eddie Howe. Nah, bro, that is a penalty. Nah, they have to keep it respectful here in Newcastle. They cannot concede a third. They cannot concede a third. Yeah, otherwise it's going to look too ugly now. Okay, so that's it. It's a full time Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa win 2-0. Yeah, it's I don't know what is happening with Newcastle. Yeah, feel like it's yeah it's a never ending cycle. Once they're in Europe, they just don't know how to play. Then they lose European players the next season. Then they improve, and it's just like that. So yeah, I guess something needs to change. Yeah, something really needs to change there in that regard because it's not working. And also Chelsea won 3-1. Palace ended up losing another man due to a red card. Adam Watson was given a red card, and Forest won 2-0 against Brentford. So yeah, we left with one more, the big one, Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates. So yeah, tune in, guys, and we will see you in about 30 minutes time. Cheers.